Hi everybody, it's Billy at Rambling Rose Studio. I know I had been promising this video on how to make this pine cone right here that was on the wreath and these newsprint glittered balls that were on this wreath that I saw at convention this year. And I had a cold all last week and could not talk. Now I can talk this week, but it's a little bit raspy, a little like Rod Stewart, but I thought it's good enough that you will be able to understand me and I'll be able to get this video out to you. Now this wreath is just a 12-inch and it's the green foam that's not really, it's round, but I mean it's flat on the sides. And I've just wrapped it in this polka dot burlap. And then I used the Vintage Leaves stamp set with the framelits that come with it. And I keep my framelits with the stamp set. So I used all of the leaves, and I used Honey Dijon, Pool Party, Rich Razzleberry, Crumb Cake. I think that, oh, and a green. I used the mint macaron too. And then these right here are just very vanilla. I know they look really light here, but they're very vanilla cut out. So these leaves, when I punched them out, I stamped them all on the sheet first and then cut them all out with the Big Shot and the framelits. And you can see they're all crunched and bent and gone on, but I used my bone folder, and I just would break down the fibers in them just by doing them like this to soften them up a little bit. And then before I put them on, I would either pinch them or just do them like that. Just, you know, bend them around so they wouldn't be just straight. They've all got a little bit of glitter on them. I sprayed it with an adhesive and then just sprinkled some glitter over it, and then added this wired burlap bow when I finished. But I'm pretty sure you know how to do the leaves. But I was going to show you how to make this pine cone right here and then this right here, because when I saw them on the screen at convention, I thought, wonder how I'm going to get that made. So let me move this out of the way. And I'll show you the little ball first. It's just a 1-inch wood ball. I used the 4-inch circle framelit. Is that on there? Yep. And I just cut out a piece of the DSP, the newsprint DSP. And then I just took Modge Podge. I'm sure you all have used that in your crafting career. And I covered the paper first with just a sponge paintbrush here. So I just put the glue all over the newsprint and got a good amount of glue on it. I mean, you want it to stick the first time. You don't want to be playing around with it. Put it on there and then just start pulling it around. I kind of pleated it, I guess you would say. I would just pull a little bit and lay it down. It's kind of pleating. Am I in there? Yes. Okay. And I would just pull it to the bottom all the way around. Just like that. And then when you get everything down there that you can, and you just press it with your finger all around. It comes pretty smooth. I mean, I don't know that you really want it all that smooth. There's no real reason. And then what I did was take the brush and add a little bit of the Modge Podge on top of it. That'll help any wrinkles or whatever that you might have on there that you want to smooth out. You can do that with the Modge Podge on there. Just press on it and they'll go away, actually. And then some Dazzling Diamonds. And sprinkle that while it's still wet. And that's it. These are exactly like the ones I had in the picture at the convention. So, and then I would use, when I'm putting my wreath together, I use a hot glue gun. So I would put a good amount of hot glue down and then just stick this little point right down in the hot glue, like so. And that's it. Here's another one right here I made a minute ago. It's almost dry. So that's how you make the little balls. 1-inch wood piece. You can get them at any hobby store. And that's how you make those. Let me get this out of the way and show you the pine cone. Now, it's wood also. It looks like a little bird egg. That's about the size of it. And that's what it looks like. And I've cut out the smallest leaf in that vintage leaves is the one that I used. And here I've used, I think this is soft suede. On my wreath, I think I have chocolate chip or something a little bit darker, but whatever you want to use, brown or gray, you know, for a pine cone. And then your hot glue, and you just put at the base of it, like that, and I would pinch it a little. You start at the top, just put the point up on the smallest end of the wood, just like that, and press it down. And I think it takes 3 at the top to cover the top. And then all together, it's either 17 or 22 leaves. I cut out 22 just to be on the safe side. So you get this first round going around, all pointing to the top to cover up the top, just like that, right? And then you just start the next row down. All of these have been done with the bone folder already. And you go opposite of where you went before, right? So this point's going to go in between and a little bit down from those. And I've also cut the stems off. I guess you noticed that. We didn't need that, so I'm going next to that one and opposite that one. And you cover the whole thing. And when you get it covered, you can spray it with some spray adhesive and sprinkle it with a little bit of the Dazzling Diamonds to sparkle it up a little bit, because I like bling. We all know that. I have a whole bling station over there. If you haven't seen my studio tour I did the other day, you could probably find it on my blog. I had repainted my studio Baja Breeze, which is my favorite Stampin' Up color. Now I'm moving down another row here, and everything had to come out of my studio and off the walls and out from under everything. And Sweetums, my hubby, was helping me and was aghast at all of the, as he called it, stuff. But there was no hiding it if he was helping me, because it all had to come out. It took exactly 5 days, working 10-hour days, to get it finished. And I was under a deadline because I had a class that week, and I did want everything back in place for class. And I did get it done, but I got sick in the process. I don't know if it's from paint fumes or just from working night and day. Can you see how that's going together? And I'm just, when I get to the end of that row, I'll just move down and start again on another row. And I'm almost to the bottom now. I think it'll probably take about 6 or 7 more to finish it. It makes a really cute pine cone. But anyway, I got my studio back together, and I did a video before my class and after all the painting and cleaning was done, because I knew it would probably never look that way again. And so if you're interested in seeing that, my studio and how I store my tools, whatever, it's up there. You can just go over to Billy's videos there, and it'll probably be under that tab. There's a tab for my videos. All right, that's 5. Yeah, it's going to take 2 more. So, you know what? It took 20. It took 17. So that's what kind of what I thought, but I was afraid I might not have enough, so I cut out more just for the video, because I wouldn't have wanted to run out while I was talking to you. So you do the last, I think it takes 3 down here at the bottom. And I think one more will do it. And there we have our little pine cone. And they're just so cute. See, that just covers up right at the bottom. You can pinch them and, you know, get them shaped up like you want them. But there you go. And I would spray that with adhesive and sprinkle a little dazzling diamonds on it just to brighten it up a little bit. And you have the cutest little pine cone that went on the wreath. So I had promised this video, and I hope that was helpful to you all who had asked, how did you get that, and how did you do that? If you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for stopping by today, and come back again.